Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry we were not available on Thursday. It was my fault. A little bit of technical difficulties. Um, it's hot out here. My internet, I got flexed and my modem went crazy. Neither here nor there. We got a great show for y'all today. We got the film like we promised. I'm excited. Phil's excited. I'm gonna start off here. The one thing that I said that I wanted to see out of USC, out of the Trojans, is to make a statement, not to keep the game close with Rice. And they made a statement. It was not a close game. I get the first half. And when we were talking, we were kind of hard on them when we were talking in the first half. But they came out second half, and I understand maybe it's first game jitters. The Coliseum is a lot bigger than people think if you've never been. It's actually a really big stadium, and it gets really loud. And that second half, they made a statement. They showed up. They made a statement. Geez, that's what you're supposed to do. Now people are talking about the Trojans again. They have a test coming up this week. But me, at first I was not impressed, but then I was thoroughly impressed through and through. I was really impressed. What do you think, Phil? Give me a recap of the game.
So my recap of the game started much like yours. It was a football game throughout the first quarter, and that was real. And it wasn't really much of a game, but it was because the score was still relatively close at that point. But right off the bat, I saw a couple of things that I believe are going to stay with this team throughout the entirety of the season. This offense is going to be a force. It is a force to be reckoned with. This offense is going to be able to play with everybody. So they got any receivers at every position that can get open. Your quarterback looked very good against Rice. And your running backs looked a lot better. I've given them a lot of. I've been hard on those boys, those young men. I think that those young men are going to be all right. And we got a chance to see Freaky Leak get down, Raleek Brown get down, and I said as long as that boy can take a hit, he's got a future here at USC. He might even mess around to be that special talent that I said they need that USC's known for.
So, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's what I saw on offense, and having a chance to see the defense play somebody other than themselves. You know, when you're looking at spring game, the question arises: is it the offense or is it the defense? Is it a combination of both? Is it the fact that it's the spring? I don't know. But looking at Rice, they were able to make adjustments, and what they did. They started out with a game plan that was not very successful against the run, but they adjusted it and somehow managed to start tightening up. The defenders were close enough to the ball, the receivers, to make them nervous enough to tip the ball into the air. They converted turnovers. They were opportunistic. They took turnovers to the house 3 times. The defense actually outscored Rice's offense. So there's a lot of positives in this game, and football is a funny thing. We got to remember that there's 60 minutes of football, and while 5 bad minutes can be 5 bad minutes, it doesn't supersede the other 55 if you come out with the W.
So I will say this: there was a record tied on Saturday. Traveler made the most trips since 2005. And if you don't know who Traveler is the horse that comes around every time they score. They bring the horse. Traveler comes out. Traveler is the horse of Troy. He made the most trips since 2005. They tied that record. I want to point out. I want to bring up this point, right? And that's the good. We have the actual film, and we're going to be able to show that pretty soon here. If you watch the game on TV and you listen to people I don't want to be too harsh, but non-football people. I talked to my buddy I played at SC with. I said, "What'd you think of the game?" He said, "It's the first game. There's a couple of things that I will fix, but they made a statement. They look good." I have the stats from the game. I want to bring up very important stats. Total yards. Total yards for Rice was 280 yards. SC 538. Total net yards. Rushing yards for Rice is 146. For SC is 208. 34 rushing attempts by Rice, and they had a total 146 yards. That now here we go. Ready? 28 by SC, and they had 208. SC ran for 7.4 yards per attempt. Rice ran for 4.3. They had 2 rushing touchdowns. That was their touchdowns. SC had 4 rushing touchdowns. Yards gained, 170 yards lost. Passing. Ready? 134 yards passing. Rice couldn't throw the ball.
At all.
330 yards passing for SC. Caleb Williams. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams went 25 for 30, 83%, 13.2 yards per pass attempt.
Didn't he go 16-17 with 2 touchdowns to start the game?
Yes, yes, he did. At one point, SC had 176 yards after a catch, 11 first downs rushing, 14 first downs passing. There were 28. Anybody who says Lincoln Riley throws the ball, there were 28 rushes, 30 passes. They were a balanced offense off those stats. I want to let you guys know this. Salute to Troy is brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online is the fastest, easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online source for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today and use your mobile device to join to make your first bet. Use promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Now that we pay some bills,
let's get into the show.
Let's get into it, right? So I want to bring this up. Everybody thought the defense was bad. Let's really dig into it. 34 yards, 4.3 is not bad, but it's not great.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not bad. They had 34 rushes for 146. That's net. So we're taking out quarterback sacks. There was a guy, I have the stats right here. I don't even have to guess. I'm sorry.
No, but 34 for 149 as a team with 2 touchdowns. Is that great numbers for your run defense? No, but if that's when you couple it with 134 yards through the air and no touchdowns, then suddenly your run defense didn't have such a bad day after all. Your pass defense was amazing. Now, was it because now the question arises, is it because the pass defense was amazing, or they were the recipients of some good fortune and opportunity?
It's a little of both. I guess being at the right place at the right time, right?
Yeah. I gotta believe if those passes don't bounce off the hands of the receiver and they are able to secure that football, that we have a massively different contest.
Yeah, but I think that was the dagger, but I don't think that. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up Rice stats. I don't think that Montgomery 6 attempts for 99 yards, and I will say 2 of those attempts, right, and 2 of those plays, it was a unique play. I will say that, and it happened early, and I will say this about Rice: it was such a juvenile play that I don't know if I'm Stanford, I'll put it in, but I don't think that I think it is. I should say this. I think that it got adjusted, and when they tried to run it again, it was unsuccessful. Right. So they ran it in multiple ways, and
They ran it in multiple ways.
they ran it in multiple ways. I'm sorry. I'm trying to share my screen here. They ran it in multiple ways, back to back.
The little toss draw type, the toss tie banger thing.
Correct. They ran it.
I've seen that. I've seen that at a couple different places, and I'm not gonna quite call that a juvenile play because every time I've seen it ran, I've seen it executed with quite a degree of frequency, and for a very positive result because where it's more of a counter and when you think about it in that particular terms, then I mean you see a toss sweep, everybody's best selling out to get wide. Bang that right back, coming back the other way. You got a nice big hole up to the second level, and everybody's got to stop and change direction to catch you.
Yeah, and I like it, but I don't like it because I like it in a sense of it's a bitch to deal with.
Yeah.
But I do like it because you can run it multiple ways, just like Rice ran it. They ran it, they hit big, and then
that right here.
Yep. So this play right here.
Mm-hmm. You see that big alleyway right in the middle of that?
Yeah, but so this is what I was saying. So it's good because it's like a step like he's pass blocking on delay, right? And so he's out the gate, which it happens. They're going to get out the gate sometimes. I love the effort, right? They keep her from scoring. So now we can see it from this view here. I will say this. This right here is a problem. You don't have enough here. Nope. So if you count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to count that 5. But you got to count this guy, which the fullback is there, 6. Right? Mm-hmm. So they got 6 on 5, which they have numbers. And when they go ahead and play it, they slide people over. Now, when they slide the dude over away from the strength, which makes no sense to me, they slide the dude over away from the strength. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a hat on a hat, and this guy's way out here. They're not even counting on him. They want everything in the box, right? So then that happens. Boom. He finds a hole. This dude's getting just abused. This dude's using the field as a blocker, and it gets out the gate, which is fine. We get hustle. You get him down. Boom. Big time.
Yeah, that's big open field tackle right there. That man needs to be saluted for that.
Correct. Right. And these are just these are the 2 biggest plays that they had. Right. Here it comes again. They run the exact same thing. This time they just toss it. There's the gap. They're waiting. Yeah. They're not gonna let it happen again. So same problem again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got numbers, right? They found it. They figured it out. Bam. Shane Lee overruns it. He finds the cutback, and he scoops in right behind him. Those are the biggest things, right?
Now, looking at that, hold on real quick. Looking at that, if you could rewind that, go back for a second.
Yeah.
Now that might have been the safety's run gap, but I got to tell you, your linebacker on the right side took himself out of that play, and if it wasn't for the sure tackling of the safety, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it was an over pursuit. But these are things. Now, this is the thing you got to remember now, right? This is what, the second quarter, first quarter?
Yeah.
Right? This is the first quarter. Here's the play again, bam. He just overruns it, and I get it. All right, I'm a little anxious, this and that, but you can't beat that effort. I'll take that effort every single time, right?
Yeah.
No doubt. I will completely take that effort every single time. right? There it is right there. There's a scoreboard. Oh, that's the same play again. I wish we were on our thing because on my computer, I could control it. It's way better. But we'll make this work.
Great open field block by the umpire right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He used the field, which was the umpire. There you go. What is that? What is it? Second quarter. It's supposed to start of the second quarter. Right, and Rice has already scored, what is 7-21? Big plays happen. Let's look at it again. We're going to see it again from the end zone. And I'm not going to knock big plays at all, right? So here we go. Look at 53, right? He sees it. He just gets excited, right?
Yeah.
He sees the ball go, oh, shit, I went too far. Bam.
Yep.
There's the cutback. If we take this time, we got action, right? Go ahead, Phil. What were you going to say?
No, he got sucked in, and like you said, when he had to step and plant hard, didn't read the guards coming at him from the other way.
Right. So, and then you look at plays like this, right? You look at plays like this, and it's cake. They hold on.
Yes, this play.
Right. This play.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Play action. I will say this. Now, this is something that the way he played this, he deserves this pick, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a rule, you sprint with the sprint. They were using him to sprint with the sprint. I'm gonna try to run it back. We're at 54. Let's see if that's too much. That's perfect. So here he is right now, right? He's the safety. He's the blocks play. Sprint with the sprint. He's sprinting with the sprint. Tip. He's right there. Tips and overthrows. You got to get him. He needed to make one man miss. The rest of it, he's running. He's off. He's headed to fig.
Hey, nerd.
You know what I mean? That's something that is actually 9 times out of 10. I mean, that's actually a good job. Where this dude is legit sprinting with the sprint. He's the up top player. He's controlling the defense. He's the up top player. Boom, boom, boom. Sprint with the sprint. He was going to close, make that play. Bam. One man miss. That's a touchdown. Right? You can't beat that. That's a pick six. I'm not going to take the touchdown away from him. We got to see the touchdown one more time. Boom. All day, every day. I mean, we'll always take that. That right there, that play right there, though, I think that play right there broke it open. And people see it as a missed catch. I see it as even if he would have caught it, he was still there. It would have been a tackle. They had to play for another down. You know what I mean? He wasn't open. But I mean, that's the good thing.
I won't say that he wasn't open, but he was going to get met. He was going to get met a lot faster than he thought he was. Because initially, when you look at the way that's set up, the wall is there and it's sealed off. The way that he knifes through the blockers is perfect defense.
No, 100%. And when I said open, like it looked like he had a free walk to the end zone, which he didn't.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the type of thing. Let's go to the second half. If we could get it to catch up. There we go.
And we get to see some great defense here.
Right? So just look at the change of the defense, the change of the tempo. They got numbers now. Boom. There it is. So let's go back. I went back too far. Edit that out, Mike.
Right here. Cut that whole last section.
That quick section. All right, so the next play, right? This is one thing I will say, and I was when I was watching this. They play zone, but they're playing really. They have a zone concept with man principles, I guess you could say, where they're going to stay on their man. Boom. They had 2 dudes there. That should have been 2 cats pick, right? And it happened to fall into the right guy's hand. Our man from Alabama, Shane Lee, touchdown, right?
Played the depth the right way. And what it looks like for their zone is that they sit on the 5 yards and they just kind of funnel it.
And they read it too. He'd see zone. He played the crosser amazing too. This is if a kid is watching this and you're struggling with crosser, I hope I didn't go back too far. Which is fine. This is fine. This is exactly how you play crosser, and I hope I pause it at the right part. And every time I was coaching, I get freshmen, or a couple years I coach high school, I struggle with this because kids struggle with crosser. Right here. Right? If you're getting the end call, right, he knows the end call is coming from here, which he knows that he has help over here. That means something's coming back out. So as he saw that guy come, which was number 10, right, he knows I can pass this, and this is now my guy, right? In that happening through the window, he sees the ball being thrown, and he's ready to drive. So even if he catches this ball, he's in perfect position to at least ear hold this cat.
Right.
But in essence, it was a tip, and he was in the right place. Pick. If you pick it, you got to fix it. Welcome to Southern California, buddy. Touchdown. Great work. What'd you say?
Said house call.
House call. You can't beat that.
Game time, baby. Let's go. And now we're up 24. The floodgates are open. Said they're obviously doing something that they're not comfortable doing.
And now look at the change in the run game, though, right? Their whole change in the run game is different now. They had
taken a play similar to this one and went, I don't know if I believe it was in the second quarter, and ended up taking this very same sweep up the field for 50 plus.
But the difference, now they got numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got numbers now. They got a hat for a hat. So if they're including him in the run game with the tight end, right? If that tight end blocks, there's now 7. There's nobody to block him unless you add the quarterback,
right,
as a blocker, right? Now that now it's a hat for a hat. No matter where you move, boom, go forth is there, filling a hole because they can't block it now. They moved on them. They changed up their blocking scheme. They can't block them. That's exactly what needs to be done on defense. That's exactly is if they play like that, put it like this. They're not going to score 66 every week, right? But if you get at least 7 from the defense, you're looking at a winning season. Would you agree?
Yeah.
At least
if they can give me some more effort, I think if they give me some more efforts like what they had, and their toughest thing is going to be to continue to put man up against more physical fronts, against the guys where the talent discrepancy isn't always in their favor. And they'll be fine. I like the pass coverage scheme is, now that we've stepped out of training camps per se, fall training, spring training, summer training, we're starting to see what it's actually going to be. And I like the short to intermediate defensive pass coverage schemes, like the way that they show the 5-yard zone man zone look, so you don't really get a full opportunity to know if they're soft shoeing them or just playing straight up zone.
You want to know the biggest thing that I like?
What's that?
And we've been hard on this dude for a long time. Really hard on him. We feel like he doesn't stand a chance. But Alex Grinch did something that none of the DCs in the past have been doing at SC, and he made an adjustment at halftime. He made a big-time adjustment, and I'm always going to go back to this. The game wasn't close against Rice. If this was a year ago, this game would be close against Rice, right? The rankings are going to come out this week. SC might be 12, 11, not top 10 yet, but they might be 12 or 11. They're starting to get a little bit of, can they make the playoff talk? It's not yet. I mean, they have a test coming up, but, I mean, it's if they do the same thing this upcoming week, then you're going to start to hear about them more, right? So,
now, do they have to score 66 on Stanford, or can they get away with 40? Can they get away with 35?
They can get away with 35 as long as it's 35-7. I just want to remind y'all that BetOnline is the fastest, easiest way to wager on all your online sports contests, events with first-to-market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to BetOnline today or use your mobile tablet to join and make your first bet. Use promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. All right. We didn't talk bad about the defense. We praised the defense, right?
They scored 3 touchdowns. How you going to talk bad about that unit?
We can't talk bad about them. Now, let's talk about that offense.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about how great that offense is, right? And I just want to let's see. I just want to I'm speechless, but we knew what was coming, but what happened was just amazing, in my opinion. Right?
And
are you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Uh-oh.
So we just got a little taste of what you saw, because that they were able to execute. They were able to. They went up and down the field at will. I mean, they scored 6 straight times. We can say whatever we want to say about the defense, but when you look to a team to prove their dominance over another team, when you score 6 straight times coming out of the gate, I mean, that's pretty much as good as it's going to get. There's your 35. 42, actually. My math's a little off. But there's your point spread. Said they're dominating. Said Caleb Williams played so well, they pulled him in the at the end of the third quarter. You got to see Miller Moss on opening week. It doesn't get much better than that. You got to see Raleek Brown showcase the speed, flash the Heisman pose. Love the energy. They'll have to see more production to get there, but it is what it is. Jordan Addison, 2 touchdowns, 5 touches, 54 yards. So you saw everybody. Mario Williams. It was a showcase of all that they had to offer, and yet nothing crazy, nothing too serious that would show all their complete playbook, their complete game plan. No need for razzle dazzle, no need to do anything but execute the basics of this offense. And it was a great opening week, a great step one, and we should be treated to things to come, for sure. The offensive line did a great job blocking. They blocked well in the run. They blocked well in the pass. Welcome back, Al. I was giving the offensive line their propers. I had run down Freaky Leak, Jordan Addison, how well Caleb Williams was looking out there, running and throwing the football, how comfortable he looked from the pocket. Because remember, even through all of this, even with Caleb Williams transferring, we're still talking about a true sophomore?
Yeah. Yeah.
True sophomore.
True sophomore. So he has another year.
He got 2.
He has this year and next year, technically, for eligibility. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, so speaking of that, so the Trojans had 330 yards passing, receiving. They had 330 receiving yards. 12 receivers caught a pass. Addison, Washington, Hudson, Dye, Williams, Brown, Jones, Ford, Williams, McCree, Bryant, and Rice. Everybody's getting the ball. So there's only one ball, this and that. Lincoln Riley is going to give everybody the ball.
Pick your poison.
and that's what we talked about in the camp show, right? We talked about you could double team who you want to double team, and you could try to do this and try to do that, but at the end of the day, you can only stop one good player, right? I mean, you can only stop one. You can try
one guy,
right?
Double team one guy, you leave somebody else open because you still only get 11 players on the field.
Correct. So let's look at this. Opening drive, first play, boom, wide open down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
There's Addison. Welcome to LA. Welcome to LA, right?
He likes it here.
Real simple. Bam. He's mad he slipped because he thought he could score.
He probably could have if the same umpire who's a great downfield blocker wasn't in the way.
Here you go. Play 2. Power. Our man die. Oh, just missed. I saw this play when I was watching this. I saw this play and it just missed. It was there. It just missed. Watch.
He was one step too far outside. If he was able to cut it right,
it just missed. Just missed.
Just missed.
There go your guy.
Yep. Mama, there goes that man.
Hey, and this was his first game, right? He just got on the seat. No, that's not Malik, right? No.
Mm-mm. No, that's Washington. No,
yeah.
Washington's 14, isn't he?
That's Washington. Washington's 16.
It's 16, all right. Ooh, he was open.
Wide open. There we go.
Ooh, he was open. Although it looks like my man at the top had the deep route too.
Did he?
Or maybe after the ball was thrown, I'd have to watch.
All right.
They should.
They go to empty.
Yeah,
32 empty. 32 empty. I me calling it, I'm blitzing it. But he was wide open.
He was open.
Yeah. He had to go there.
Yeah. And dude was covered up top. He just came down after he threw it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is going to be one that a lot of teams have trouble with because you're not going to blitz. You're not going to blitz Caleb Williams from an empty set. That you're really going to have problems if you do that.
Yeah, no doubt.
They have a lot of speed at this on this team, and as you can see just right off the bat, they attack defenses in space by spreading them out. If you blitz this team, you will wish that you had not.
Well, they also take what they give, right?
Absolutely. But when you're talking about taking what you give, these aren't dump offs. They're taking chunks up the middle.
Not at all. And this is what this. Here it is. Relief. There you go, your boy. Boom, boom.
Huh?
Dismissed. They're just missing power. Huh?
Said almost had that one.
Yep. That one almost popped right there. So they come out 20 personnel. I wonder how much bigger Ralik had, how much bigger he could get.
Not gonna get very much taller.
No.
Let's see. He looks like they could probably sneak at least another 10, possibly 15 on him. He's still young. He's only 18, 19.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll be able to get 10, 15 more on him easily.
Wide open. Now, this is what everybody missed.
Ooh, the China route. Got him.
So who like, all right, so I don't know if he had pressure in his face. I'm not on the field, but which one should he throw it to?
Ooh. I guess you take your pick with the guy who's got nobody close to him, but I mean that it's not gonna get too much better with your options because you even look at the guy behind the seat, and the only guy that would be able to stop him would be the ref.
And here's the scary part. This is only a 3-man route.
Wow.
So they're getting open on 3-man routes. Boom.
That is, but I like the trail idea. I think that's really, really smart and a really good play design because, like you said, with the reads, it makes it very easy. The reads are there, and it's impossible for a defense to defend well. And now when they play a better team, they'll play it a little better. But that is, you're looking for one guy to commit to one player, and then the window will be open.
So this is what Caleb Williams does well, and we should have just watched it from the end zone, but it's fine, right? This is what makes him. This is what's going to make him a Heisman candidate. This is what's going to make him better than anybody else. Pocket collapse. Let me get around. I just extended the play. I have more than 30 receivers out there that can catch the ball with me on the run. They know to come back, right? This pocket completely collapsed. Boom. All right. I'm going to extend the play. Not only do I extend the play, I'm still trying to get the ball out, and I'm going to get the ball to die out there on the edge. Right? That's what makes him better than anybody else. This offense, hands down, this offense is going to put up numbers. This offense could do great things. We can sit here and watch every single play, right? I'm surprised they punt, but I think they just punt out of, they just because they needed the work. But I'm surprised that they did that. But theoretically, you look at this play, and when I say this play, I'm like, you watch the team play. SC has 3 running backs, and they're putting 2 on the field at the same time. The 2 receivers on the field right now, they shift, right? They have 2 scary threats. They got Williams and Dye out there right now, and they have Addison and they have Williams out there right now. Like, they're at the point to where this picture right here, honestly, is this it? It's this play right here. This picture right here, honestly, this is legit pick your poison. I'm sorry, they have more than that. They have 3 receivers out there. So, who is
he's pointing out the blitzer, and the
correct?
Safety's rolling over, so now we're starting to see what they're doing.
But it's pick your poison. Why would you blitz this? You're going to leave this open?
I'm guessing the linebacker's going to fall out.
That ain't smart.
It's not, but or they're bluffing it.
Yeah. And it's a run. Boom. Dye is good for 5 yards. He's going to get his 5 yards. He's no gloves, big time, 5-yard runner. He's going to do it consistently with no problem. 28-14 second quarter. They really opened it up now. I think this was a game where they wanted to see what they really liked and what will work for them. See, so here's my question, and I don't know. I'm not a coach, and like I said, I don't know the pressure that's in my face. That's in my face, and when that happens, then again, this is also the first game. But why not throw that? Right? Because his eyes are here. I don't know if he's being conservative, but why not throw this?
To the outside receiver at the top, looking like he's coming back, working his way back towards the 40 with the DB with his back.
Yeah, on the closest, the hash at the bottom of the field.
He's got the safety coming up. I mean, you could get it in there, but you're going to get it. He's going to get hit.
That's hard. Fine. It's football. The safety's eyes are on the quarterback. I don't think he makes that transition. Look at his path to travel. His path to travel is towards the United Airlines field. Look, it's not going to pick up. You see that? He's already – and then he flips because he sees it late. I think he could get it in there, even if he catches it and get down. But I don't know how he's coached. And I'm not knocking Caleb Williams, but I think that's first game shit that I think that's a play you throw. But he makes a good decision because it could be a turnover, right?
Mm-hmm.
we don't know the direct, and the angle and the angles from here are also different. But he makes a good decision.
Well, let's see this one where he was at.
It's the same place from the end zone. Let's see what he sees.
Yeah, and that's what I love about Phil, especially when you get multiple angles. Brings him to tighten up the splits. All right, he gets a chip.
He didn't like it. He just didn't like it. That's fine.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
I could live with it.
Make positive yards, first down, keep the chains moving, and nothing wrong.
They go to empty again.
No blitz down, so they're faking the blitz. No, they're coming.
Oh, they faking the drop.
Yeah. He's
He sees it.
Oh, he got him. I was looking at the man on the far hash.
I was looking at the same one. I was just about to point it out too. I was gonna pause and show it.
Safety was back there, but he definitely could have squeezed that in.
I thought I saw another one also.
Yeah, there it is. That was the throw. The slot fade.
Slot fade.
Yeah, you got him. You got him. That throw right there, right now. That's a touchdown.
I think, and then this is like the situation last time, right? I don't think he likes this. I think he sees this and doesn't like this.
We're gonna have to get you a telestrator, my man, because I hear you and nobody can see
it. I'm sorry. So the safety on the S, I thought you could see my mouth. I'm sorry. The safety on the S, I don't think he likes the safety on the S.
Okay.
So because it's just like the same play with the guy that was on the hashes at the bottom of the screen. He looked at it and he didn't like it. I don't think he liked the safety on the S, which is fine.
Yeah, that's the short side of the field. I get it. That's a shorter throw for him, and he comes over later.
Yeah, which is fine.
Simple little pump fake, and that man on the hashes just is alone.
And he has the ability to extend plays, right? Gets this guy open. He had this guy open. He had the guy on the 40. Both 40s are open the whole time. They're playing the zone, catch and tackle. But he found the hole, make a catch. That's a running back. You know what I mean? That's the running back that was empty. They ran the slot fade with him, right? So let's look at his eyes. Let's see if he sees it. He looks. I just think, because he went over. He went to the right first.
Yeah.
And then by the time he looked back left, it was too late. It worked out.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of empty too, which when Luke was on the show, he said we could see empty from Lincoln Riley. He throws balls like a pro. Look where he threw this ball, right?
Yep.
He's covered. He threw it outside, away from the defender. That's big time. That's big time.
The little things.
I want to give the future some love too, man. We gotta give the future some love.
Yes, sir.
We gotta give our man Miller Moss some love. Miller Moss out there with his fellow classmates, catching throws.
Best backup in college football, Miller Moss.
Yeah. I will say this, and a lot of people are Lincoln Riley calls different plays for Miller Moss.
He should.
Because
it would make no sense for you to try to play Miller Moss like he was Caleb Williams.
100%.
They have different skill sets. They're different guys. Now, can you work this offense? Can he still play in the same offense and use the same schemes and concepts? Yes. But you would, especially based off of this particular team, you would have him do different things.
Yeah, no doubt. But you got to remember, what he did with Kyler and what he did with Baker and what he did with Jalen Hurts are all different things.
Yes, sir.
Right? And that's what makes him exceptional. And that's what's going to make him put SC back on the map. But I do like Miller Moss. I think Miller Moss is a great. That was good. That was real good. I think if you heard that,
he needs to know when he needs to locate that near safety on crossing routes, because he had an opportunity for the deep crosser to hit.
yeah, but I also think, knock on wood, if we needed him for a couple of plays, we'll be all right.
You'll be more than all right. I like him for a couple of games, especially with the level of talent on this team.
No doubt, and he's getting reps. You know what I mean? This is the benefit of scoring a bunch of points. Great check in.
Yep, I was just gonna say, excellent decision. Took a look around, and poor tackling on Rice. This is what happens when bad teams are getting towards the end of the game and they're tired,
ready to go home, trying to figure out what's team meal.
Mm-hmm. This little 5'7" guy is out here running around like somebody's little brother hopped up on sugar.
All he saw was end zone. He was ready to go.
Yeah. Over here trying to trip this man, talking about if you don't get somebody, don't get their brother.
There you go. Spin out of it. That should have been a hold call. But the referees are ready to leave too.
Hey, when it's 58 to something, you start thinking about traffic.
Oh man!
They start making traffic decisions. That was nice.
Yeah,
that was nice.
They're trying to score. That's one thing I can't tell you. They're trying to get to the zone.
Yeah, everybody wants to get a taste.
Mm-hmm. It's a competition for touchdowns.
When you score more than 7 of them, well, you got 8. Everybody wants a piece.
Everybody wants one.
Everybody wants a piece. I'm not going to be the knucklehead that gets left out.
Yep. Barlow got his. I'd
be like, Coach, come on. Let me get my plate, Coach.
I don't lose my shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't lose my shirt. But, yeah, that's definitely how it goes, man. Like I said, there was things I wanted to see, and they answered my question. They made a statement. It wasn't a close game to a team that is not as good as them. They played okay defense. They have a test coming up. We'll look at Stanford film later on this week and what we believe we're going to see. You know, Stanford played toothpaste, so they'll have clean teeth. But at the end of the day, we'll get to see what happens. Let me know, what are your takeaways from the game, Phil?
Defense. Alex Grinch said bought himself a week in my book. The defense is not all gloom and doom, and it wasn't gloom and doom, but there were some cause for concerns. But it looks like they're going to be all right. There's still a couple question marks up front, but they're finding different ways to work around it. Offense is going to be everything that I thought it might be, and probably a little bit better because I have a newfound respect for the running backs.
My takeaways are I'm going to say this. Lincoln Riley deserves to be a professional football coach. He deserves to be a professional football coach, and if that's his next move, he's in the right place to make his next move. 12 receivers had a catch on Saturday. 5 running backs had a touch. All positive yards, including Caleb Williams, all positive yards. I mean, the coaches on a shift, and you can feel it. When SC's good, you can feel it, right? And the product that they put out there was a product that we've been talking about this whole time. They're putting a good product on the field. Am I all in? Am I saying this is a national championship year? That part I don't know. That part we need to figure out. But I'm not going to take one game against Rice and say this is what we need to do, right? I'm not going to do that. I will say this, that they made a statement. They made a statement that they needed to make, and I'm thoroughly impressed by what they did. So this upcoming week they have a big test, right? They're going to get the ball ran on them, and we're going to find out, right? If first 50, if they're going to be the Big 12 football team, or they're going to be Pac-12, and play legit football. Like we're talking about, would you take 35-7? Yeah, I'll take a 35-7 win. I'll take a 28-14 win because I mean Stanford is a rivalry game, so there's going to be a little motions and hype, but I'll take, first road game, first coach, there's a bunch of transfers, a lot of things. This is a new system for new people, so I'll take that. But I will say this, I am thoroughly impressed with the product that they put on the field. I am thoroughly impressed with the fans for showing up because the school across town, their fans did not show up, even though it was 100 degrees in SoCal. I'm not impressed by the defense, but I am proud of what the defense did this past weekend.
Yes, sir.
But there's a vast room. There's a vast room of improvement for the offense, which is scary. There's also a vast room for the defense, which is also can make them scary and make them a contender this year. You got anything else before we wrap this thing up?
I'm going to say this. I'm very much looking forward to the step up in competition. Yes, it's opening week, and we got Rice coming in, and we had an excellent showing against Rice. They checked the boxes that they were supposed to check. But we in the preseason last week, I want to say, we said that this was going to be one of their tests, one of their big tests on the season. And I'm quite curious to see how they're going to match up with the physicality.
Yeah, and so that's what we said, right? And they passed the test. We said that this is a statement game. Are they going to blow this team out? That they're so much better than. They blew the team out. We said Stanford is going to be their first test of physicality. So it's time to take the next step and see if it's the first step of physicality, and we're going to find that out, right?
Now I'll ask you this question, and then we can I'll be done with this one. Is Stanford going to be able to stop the USC offense? I'm going to say no.
They won't be.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you play first to 50 football?
They're not going to score 50. They may score 21, maybe 28, but I would say with Stanford it'll be first to 40, probably 35, but 40 for sure.
So do you take 45-28 win?
You got to stack them all. I would prefer that they had a better showing on defense, but 40 to 28, yeah, I'll take that all day, twice on Saturday.
Good deal. Hey man, Phil, it's been fun. We'll get into more Stanford stuff. If y'all like the film today, guess what? We got Stanford film. So we'll have it every week. We're gonna get better and better. There ain't no podcast YouTube channel doing what we doing, man. This has been the Bet Online Salute to Troy USC football show. It's your boy Professor Phil, your boy Al Rowe. You know how it goes. Always live free, fight on. We'll see y'all.